job using his utility, really maneuvering those poison clouds in particular. And do they have a plan for Com Sova, one of the most impactful agents on a map you will find in VCT right now?
So far, it's a very quiet approach. The creep up. Turret, though, spotting. Will be broken down. Fault line at the ready here from Ethan, situated in the site. And Swarm as well going off, just going to be delaying. Gets slowed up. Damage not found on either side so far.
DRX going to use this opportunity to grab the orb and pivot a little bit. Rotation still kind of being flirted with on the north side of the map for EG. And they're going to commit Boostio down towards Dish and expecting a re-hit here from DRX. Still a couple flashes in play. Still some nano swarms, a lot of mollies here. DRX loves to play post plant. So having this Viper in the comp gives them some lineups, probably from A main for these A hits if they can get the plant down.
Nade at the ready. Ethan playing first contact, finds Buzz, takes him down, takes a hell of a lot of damage, and the paint shell will be able to finish him off. Damage dealt though on the way in. Zest as well down to a sliver. You can see the HP bars right now from this DRX not looking healthy. Plant gonna be coming through. RB noted up on top. Low gets the dink across but can't finish the job. Now it's all down to Mako as the nade will claim him. Lineup should have been sent stomping through. Door gets opened up and Com instantly shuts him down. Some time bought but not a round win. EG will be drawing first blood and taking the first pistol.
Yeah, just really well handled here by EG, not biting on the attempted double pump from DRX. They just hold their ground. Great job by Ethan on site to get that first kill, even though he goes down to the nades, and then everyone getting dinged up along the way there for DRX. So yes, the poison cloud is there, but with the turret and the extra firepower, they are able to easily clean this up. And knowing that Mako loves to lurk in spawn, well prepared is Com for that rotation after using the molly. So good start here for EG, as you would expect. And again, DRX, really usually pretty powerful on the attacker side on Fracture, but that's more with the Neon comp. That's really where I look for them to do their damage. Typically, here with this comp though, when they've run it in the past with the Raze, it has been a little bit more balanced, but a little bit shakier in my opinion.
Jogamo pushing forward. Zest gonna be able to spot him there. We'll just play back. Hovering around the door, 3 members from the side of EG, currently over towards this A side of the map. And Stacks, as well as Buzz, just going to go on a little bit of a lurk through the sewer across to that arcade side. Just watching from behind. Rotation from Com, but the other 2 players still situated. Stacks is just playing Pac-Man, gobbling up the orbs where he possibly can.
Yeah, and this is encouraging for DRX that they're able to find some value in the early parts of these rounds to get these orbs into Stacks' hands. Get those rolling thunders ready as fast as possible. Just a couple ghosts and a sheriff for DRX. Let's see if they can find any value out of it. Zest flirting with Jogamo's bulldog there. He's gonna try to do some damage. And yeah, the Stinger has got him down nice and easy.
Manages to find that kill. Doesn't draw any further attention over towards A. Com had rotated back over, but now slow approach gets ready to come in here from DRX. 33 seconds remaining on the clock to get ready to pull the trigger. The smoke's gonna be going down. Boostio just spraying through, managing to find Stacks. Turn fire, not getting any connections either. Push up here onto the site. Mako getting bogged down just a little bit. Will be able to get in a position to get that plant across. Seems like EG not quite reading that it was going to be in the cubby, rather thinking that it was going to be over more at default behind the boxes. Nano Swarm to stop the push forward. Buzz swinging around, managing to find 1, but the cleanup is swift as Com will claim 2. Jogamo the last. The fuse in to go ahead and get an extra charge over towards Ethan's own Rolling Thunder, and EG will move up to 0.
And DRX does find a little bit of value out of this round, but some really encouraging things here for EG, in my opinion. They're already starting to attack that attacker side spawn part because they know that DRX likes to set up from there for their post plans. You can see Mako was already rotating back through tree, back into that direction, and there were reinforcements already for EG to make sure that that Molly lineup spot that he likes to hold was just cut off already. So already I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing here from EG in their read of how DRX likes to play this map.
Pivotal moment here for the side of DRX. Going into the anti-bonus, going to see if they can go ahead, finally get themselves on the board. EG, a big conversion here, would really set the stage. Doug was talking about it on the desk. Is this a big brain play and an elaborate ruse here from the side of DRX with this map draft, or will it all fall to pieces?
And I thought there was a possibility they'd float this map because maybe they could get ahead of things with the Neon comp, maybe kind of push the pace. But EG in the past has handled some Neon comps, you know, Paper Rex being one of them. When they tried it against EG, did not work. So now Buzz go for some trades with Juggernauts. Juggernauts just going to peek the angle. And now DRX is going to pull back. But really, I'm curious to see how much DRX is going to play with the map with these Viper smokes. Not only to kind of build on what Sean was talking about on the desk, that they can use it to help alleviate some of the pressure from that utility of comm, from those recon darts, things like that, but also to sell some fakes. Because right now you can put the toxic screen over on the B side, cut off Gen and Canteen, move back over to the other side of the map here, and you still have Mako smokes available to make these hits work.
All right, well, speaking of the hit, begins now. Buzz up here over the top, over at Sands, does get spotted, manages to drop down to safety. Before the swing can come in from Ethan. This situation is still here on the site. Push coming through, Ethan going to be taken down, Buzz spotting Demon 1 as well before RB falls, but that's going to be the man advantage in the site right now in the hands of DRX. Plant coming down, Stack still one away from the Rolling Thunder, so will not have it here in this round. It's a lockdown going to be committed as well. Busio really wants to get this conversion. Stack's making his exit, jumps across the paint shell, takes a little bit of damage, but Mako still lingering forward, and just to find one.
But now you've got these post plants for DRX, still one snake bite left for Zest. Even beyond this one, so they can delay.
Oh, he's not on it, but Calm swings the door. It's the perfect timing there on the push. The snake bite goes wide, but Zest still has the headshot. And DRX will, in fact, get themselves here online in round 3, but at such heavy costs. 4 players left on the floor, and a very good amount of damage dealt there by EG.
Man, Calm is just finding some beautiful timings to really ruin DRX's day on this A side. Just waiting right by this door once again, just like we saw on the pistol. Pops right through, and Zest, who has been so clutch for DRX throughout this event, throughout his history on DRX, once again bailing them out in a huge moment. But still, you gotta like what you see from EG so far. These have been really solid rounds.
And biting her lip a little bit there on the back end of that replay, but I don't think Potter can be too upset just given the damage that was dealt. Still need to be able to get through this round if they want to really break the economy down. So that's going to be the only one who really has cash carried forward in that situation. See if they can make it happen. I mean, DRX, this is such a different look because we are so used to seeing that Neon. We're used to those really fast hits coming through. But instead, with just that solo duelist, the double controller really grinds us down to a snail's pace.
And the double controllers as well, because they want to try to work the map a little bit more here, kind of spread out, looking to see if there's going to be any flanks. Already identifying that EG is getting aggressive into their flanks and trying to leave Zest in a position to hold those. He does those on a lot of maps. RB on the other side, DRX loves to keep their killjoy over on the bridge, and here's that Rolling Thunder to get into the site.
Crashes across, only manages to find one, and Busio still gets the headshot. Spend another 22, now Stack's revealed off that recon dart, perfectly timed by Calm, sets it up. And that is the site just completely shut closed.
30 seconds
not
left.
allowing them in. Not even a kill found, and now RB finds himself in a bit of an awkward linger spot. I think he saw the gun barrel. Still gonna try to play this out one a little bit more patiently, but he's so disconnected from the rest of the squad. We're still trying to make their way over towards A. Spots one, there's the kill. No time to try to rotate off that one, they just have to go ahead. Set themselves here on this A side. Calm swinging around in through main. Do they read it? It seems like no. Zest comes away with one. Mako trying to stand tall, can't make it happen. Calm again comes up with the goods. 7-1-1, and now a 3-1 scoreline. EG starting to stretch a lead.
It not only does Calm set a new meta on this map with this Sova, but he's so clean, so crisp at reading the rotations and the movements of his opponents. And once again, EG getting into the back lines. Sure, RB finds one, a great hold there from Busio as well. Demon 1 right through the smoke on that Brimstone. It's a phenomenal Brimstone to back up this incredible comp with Juggernauts switching over to the Duelist, and Calm has just been an absolute nuisance. So now DRX gonna have to be licking their wounds into this next round. Looks like we're gonna have one hero rifle coming over to Buzz. Orbital strike available for Mako, so DRX can get a couple kills, maybe upgrade some guns, get the plants down. There's a chance.
Oh,
nice.
The jump forward. Buzz going to be good for the headshot. Opens things up a little bit more, but I mean, you look at who is here and you still have to be concerned with Ethan and Calm on standby. Hovering around drop and dish. RB once again. Deep flank over on that north side. No pressure really being applied to him. It seems like Satisfied with the singular kill here, DRX will back away and once again turn their sights over towards B.
And I like this early change of pace from DRX to get this pick. Just kind of catch EG off guard. They had been pushing space there through A main the last couple of rounds and able to find the pick early onto Jogamo. Now Boostio, once again, who's been so good here on this site, just already spraying with Calm.
Calm right there behind him. Sprays across, gets himself an 8th kill. Went behind the box. Stacks gonna be all right, but there's a Hunter's Fury off the reveal, looking for the kill, but now it's gonna be Demon One who takes it once again. 3v4. RB, the only one not tagged up, but still just 2 pistols and that Vandal there on Zest.
Buzz has got the showstopper.
Molly to go ahead and cut him off, not allow him to peek, and now Rolling Thunder even going to be committed to this one. It's onto a singular player. Let's catch RB. Swing forward, Zest trying to put that Vandal to good use, but cannot make it happen. RB is under far too much pressure. Buzz will be good for one with a recovered weapon, but that's about it. EG, a very swift and clean retake. They have 3 members surviving as they move up 4-1.
I mean, this is one of the things that makes EG so scary on this map, is they're so disciplined coming through on these retakes. Everybody knows their angles, what they're supposed to be doing. A Hunter's Fury early, Calm can just cycle through those. RB is 1 away from the lockdown, but EG has plans for days, and yeah, quickly, DRX is going to be pumping the brakes to try to figure out how they can work around some of this pressure from EG, but even with some of the early damage they're able to do, EG is so solid in every aspect, whether they be flanking or just going for these retakes. They cover a lot of bases. I liked what DRX did, trying to cover RB up in tower with a molly to make sure they couldn't push that off the back of that Rolling Thunder when he got hit by it, but at the end of the day, the weaker firepower there, just not really able to get him over the line.
That certainly was not. Now pumping the brakes. I mean, similar to what Sideshow was talking about during that PRX series. Fairly early to go ahead and pump the brakes here. How much have you learned just across 5 rounds so far, the setups here of EG? You'd think not too much, but Termi, we know he doesn't like things getting away from the team. He wants to try to keep this close, run this back as much as humanly possible here on this attacking side. So once to pump the brakes, maybe he's identified something in the setups here from EG. They can push over towards the team, but right now it just feels like no matter what DRX are trying this initial half, EG, they very much have the quick pivot response.
Yeah, exactly. And it could just also just be kind of a momentum breaker here for DRX, just to try to get the players kind of feeling themselves a little bit better. This has been a real problem for DRX throughout their career, where they start out slow on map 1. I mean, how many times have we seen them lose map 1, come back, win the next 2 maps? Against Billy, go 2-10 in the first half and then come back and win the map by winning 12 rounds, 13 rounds in a row. I mean, they're just, you know, this is one thing I'm always concerned about with this team, is these slow starts.
Look at the challenge outside of A right now, though, Zest. Trying to hold the line. Does he realize how many people are in behind this drone, though? Boostio looking to push forward, but will back away, so Zest can breathe a sigh of relief. It looked like he was almost certainly going to be taken down in that situation.
They're going to try to use this opportunity to take some space here onto B, knowing that there are at least a couple over out of that A push, as RB had slid over to try to assist Zest if they did push through that poison cloud. But Jogamo going to be waiting this out. The Boombot does clear, but going to be danger close here to Buzz.
And you can see just how aware they are right there. As Buzz will be able to find Jogamo, but Ethan responds in kind. The ping came down. They suspected Zest is still going to be on this lurk, so they've actually rotated back through the spawn. Now the orbital strike committed over towards tower to flush out. Stacks right into Ethan's welcoming arms. Finds that elimination. Molly goes out to try to buy some time. Lockdown as well going to be invested. They do have this orbital strike, but this could turn into a very costly round if they have to commit all of that to try to win this one out. Lockdown's actually destroyed. Ethan swinging the corner, finds one, makes his presence known. Now the orbital has to come in, but it's a bit too early. Mako now finds himself in a 1v4, and he can't get one of them. The fuse will come in, and EG deny the round win off the back of the timeout. The dominance continues.
Just masterful ult usage as usual with EG. This is one of the calling cards, the hallmarks of this team. And they're so patient there, out of tower, using the orbital strike to clear it, and then they have a backup plan to make sure that the lockdown, you know, which you can't blame RB for using there in that situation. The orbital strike had already been used, the typical ult to clear. His ult already out, and they just get in there, take care of business. And this is just beautiful stuff from EG. And out Jogamo has his ult as well.
I mean, you're talking about the showstopper online. I'm looking at Boostio with the operator. Raring and ready to go. And we've seen plenty in the past what he is capable of.
And just a guardian for Mako as DRX's economy is once again falling behind a bit. Looking to set up for an arcade hit here, potentially. Demon 1 tucked in right behind this Bach. Quick assist potential from Boostio here with that operator. Let's see if they can kind of suss this out.
It's the nade in the tower, showstopper drawn out, but they do not suspect it whatsoever. Buzz will find Boostio, but the shutdown is there. Demon 1 with 2, drops the smoke. The spike now stranded in arcade. What a cascade of tragedies here for DRX. Smoke again coming down, but he spots the raise before the bloom, swings on the corner, and he's on for the ace. Zest lingering above, he's spotted it, he's got it! 6-1 off the back of the ace, Demon 1 shuts it down!
The man is dangerous no matter what. Doesn't matter if he's on a controller or a duelist. He is absolutely phenomenal. 11-1 right now for Demon 1 on this map. Just beautiful.
Out of charges.
One enemy remains.
And obviously, I mean, not even at the fault, I mean, the shots are just nasty. Not even at the fault of Buzz, but it's the decision to go through arcade up into the site itself.
Yeah.
He doesn't go up into tower. If he does that, he can look down, he can get that peek, he can identify that Demon 1 is in that position. So even if he just doesn't want to throw the showstopper there, he can at least alert the rest of the team, but because of the pathing choice, they don't manage to find that, and it all comes tumbling down.
DRX gambles that nobody's going to be behind that box. Nobody had been playing that position yet for EG, and EG just doing a great job of diversifying their setups and catches DRX completely off guard, and it just shows you why they're the masters of this map. Buzz does get a tag with the Marshall.
One into the shoulder there, Demon 1, creeping forward. Buzz comes dropping down, and there's the headshot through the Viper wall. Doesn't matter. We talk about how much obfuscation you can get, denying these lineups, denying information, but when Demon 1 just does that, doesn't matter how many walls, how many smokes you have.
And it's another orbital strike.
Rapidly built up. They just stay tucked into this pit. Juggernauts as well, showstopper at the ready, so if the orbital strike doesn't get him, that certainly could. Called in, Zest makes his exit, everybody pulling away in time. Juggernauts eating some damage just to try to rush forward, sends out the showstopper, doesn't manage to find him, and Zest with a sheriff, comes up with 1. Boostio, however, drops it, the shorty kill, comes across, nade out, Buzz, headshot, point blank on the comm, finds the elimination, gets another paint shell, sends it over towards the diffuser, trying to buy some time. Demon 1 gonna be taken down, and they realize there's just no time remaining. RB, he assists, they get the kill, they get the round win. It's a MasterCard thrifty of all ways for DRX to find a second round win.
Buzz comes up with a hero play. The desk was hyping him up, and he gave you a bit of a show right there. Nice Marshall kill with that paint shell. Is able to reload out another paint shells, buy a little bit of extra time. Demon 1 continues to be a nightmare on this map. The
5 HP, RB almost getting it, but.
Just insane. It's okay. I mean, you can see Buzz still got a smile on his face. DRX still feeling confident. This team has, I think you could say, maybe the best mental out of anybody on the planet. They have faced the most trials and tribulations at global events compared to anybody. And somehow, time and time again, it just seems like they're able to come through.
We all know it certainly didn't used to be that way.
No. We were there for the dark days, Achilleos.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about strong mental. EG has to be in that conversation as well.
Oh, no doubt.
That entry interview from Boostio as he gets ready to come into the venue saying, you know, I think we're just having more fun than everybody, and I think that's why we're able to vibe and keep the spirits high and whatnot. I don't know if they're having more fun than Paper X, but they're still having a hell of a lot of fun.
Nobody has more fun than Paper X.
Off shot, pull back off the angle here. There's all of this KJ util ready and raring to go. Alarmbot going to be sent off. Buzz jumps up over the top, clears the turret. Checks, make sure that everybody else is safe to push forward. It's just going to be this corner plant here, right on the edge from Stacks.
A lot of pressure on Mako here.
Oh yes, can he hold the line? He's been so good for it in the past. That's going to be the first one. Lockdown now going to be used. Rolling Thunder pushing absolutely everybody back. Responding Rolling Thunder is absolutely necessary. Comes through, but Mako's still stranded. He gets taken down.
Lockdown as well put in here for Boostio. Calm watching that door. He's been so good from it.
He has been. Doors open. Calm finds a kill. Stacks, however, shuts it down. Demon 1, Calm both going to be eliminated. Now Ethan rushing forward. The swing on the corner. Zest finding one. Now gets himself into a 1v1 versus Boostio. There's the first bite. 52 HP. The time dwindling down. Boostio creeping away, realizes that this one is lost, and he just has to hold on to that operator, so will make his exit. And DRX, again, a bloody brawl. Don't walk away with too many people left standing, but they do find themselves a third round.
And a certified Mako moment here, being very aware of this fast rotation from EG on the retake. Able to do enough damage, even with that rolling thunder coming through in the counter from Stax. Able to find 2 big kills of his own. He's been a little quiet so far this map. Now finding in fact, his first 2 kills for Stax.
And half of Mako's kills, both of Stax's kills right there in that round. But a timeout going to be called here from Coach Potter. Sees DRX at the halfway mark of catching up and doesn't like that, so wants to pump the brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Do as much damage as you can here because this is DRX's half pick. They picked this side. They expected to do some serious damage on this attacker side on this map. They usually do. And certainly, yeah, he's got stacks for days. You bet. You better bet. But
pressure going to be mounting here, though.
Yeah.
He's still in a comfortable position. A couple more rounds on this half even. You're going to be feeling all right.
Oh, certainly.
Stop DRX from getting to that, you know, at this point, a godsend in a 6-6. That's what this timeout is all about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if DRX can do that, who knows? Maybe they've got enough momentum. Maybe they've got their defender side tweaked and polished enough that they can get it done. But again, typically, the attacker side is where I am always keen to see DRX do the lion's share of their damage. Back now, I see that nano right outside a drop, expecting potentially some kind of dish hit is EG, but in fact, DRX is just kind of playing with this B side once again. Same toxic screen we see every time. Kind of just the quote-unquote default here for DRX on this attacker side so far this map.
Wary about that peek coming through off the back of the fault line once that stun would have expired. So far, seeing nothing, as Buzz is going to be the one creeping forward. If you can clear Arcade, that means that RB can really wrap around with them. But turret also set up, hasn't alerted anybody. Seems like they should be okay. And okay, Jogamo taken out as Zest just goes in here, unassisted. Find contact, just swing in the corner. Manages to find that kill. Aftershock as well as that Molly up in towards tower to try to flush somebody out. Shorty drawn in, but Buzz somehow must have gotten a spot there on Busio before he could have gotten into the smoke. And now this lurk from Zest. He's been trying it time and time again. It comes to fruition. He finds the kill. Tom shut down. Ethan and Demon 1 is going to have to back away.
Yeah, and now finally, EG's in a spot where their economy is in a slightly downed state, so they have to just pull back here. And some good picks here for DRX. This has been something that has been impressing me so far in Champions. Usually, you don't think of DRX as like a team that isolates fights, that likes to go out and try to do those. Ooh, boy, that is absolutely nasty.
Yeah, we saw him right before he could get into the smoke.
Dude, Zest is in some of the best form I've ever seen him right now. I
mean, he knows the importance of all this, all of the doubts that have been cast on him. And this is, again, the desk was talking about it, Doug, bringing this up. Having to sit back and, you know, see the argument happening, unfolding online about should it be Foxy9, should it be Zest, who's been there since the beginning. Well, he's here. He's picking up Viper, something that he hasn't really played until this tournament. And he's been looking damn good on it for the side of DRX. But now, for online, EG still out in the lead, but shrinking with every passing round. 3 consecutive at the moment here for the side of DRX. An orbital strike still online, the only ult in play going into this next round.
Yeah, and I mean, just to kind of tag on with Zest, I mean, again, if people aren't super familiar with him, he used to be mainly a Sova specialist, but on this map would play a lot of Fade and to tons of effect to set up RB on his Neon in their old comp. But here, switching over to the Viper, finding so far some decent value. I wouldn't say as much as I was hoping for in terms of moving over to this Viper for this map. Now, Buzz, Mako, Stax up on the north side of the map. This time they're flipping the script a little bit here, sending RB to watch into the sewers. Mako's already got the orbital strike online. Buzz a couple away from the showstopper, 1 away from the Hunter's Fury for Com.
He learned from that Demon 1 ace. Check the box, make sure he's not there.
Better safe than sorry.
Push in, Zest again, just trying to take this fight. Flash hadn't even connected, Jogamo just gets the headshot. In the meantime, drone out from Com, spotting at least 1 player over towards Arcade. pinged down onto the smoke. Seems like they are very well aware that there's going to be somebody lurking forward out of main. Clear under the nanoswarm, can't find it in time. Demon 1 gets Mako. Push out of the smoke, Boostio going to be taken down. RB finding one, but Demon 1 is very much still here to play. Finds himself a third before falling. Plus trying to drag this one back, but now finds himself all on his lonesome. Spike recovered, not ready for the swing out here over by Tree. Gets taken down, and EG get themselves up to 7.
Great discipline here from EG. Just kind of smother DRX out through this round, and Demon 1 still just dialed in.
Sorry, kid.
Destroying these rounds. Absolutely just crazy good how he reacts. Stax knows he's right there, still can't get the spray under control before Demon 1 can. Coming into the final round of the half. Still got the showstopper and the orbital strike for Mako. Orbital strike for Demon 1 as well. I think that's his third one of the half, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. It's just been building these up so rapidly. Showstopper entry in the meantime over here towards A. Just RB still hovering on that north side. Now going to be roping across as nanoswarms do find a decent amount of damage. Showstopper over towards CT, not going to be able to find anything though. Already off the angle. Plant can come in once again. Right on the corner. Mako has to commit to this one. That's going to be him escaping with just 10 HP. Buzz now down to 8. The tag comes in. Calm. We say it time and time again, but it seems like he's just always good for at least one with these Hunter's Furies. And now he's going to go on the rotate. Swinging all the way back across through that attacker spawn. Juggernauts up over the top. Has he spotted Zest? I don't believe so, but now he has. He gets him in his sights. He takes him down. Stacks in the corner. Mako dead. Has the molly been sent? It has, but it's off the mark! And either way, it would not matter, it would seem. Time aplenty here for the side of EG. And that is going to be them dominating with an 8-4 here in the first half.
Yeah, just brilliant stuff here from EG. The patience to just back off of the showstopper. And even though DRX tries to play this post plant in this back line, they're still getting cut down.
Remaining.
Great job. I mean, top to bottom here for EG. You've got to love what you see. You should expect this, though. This is their map.
So smart from Calm again, just knowing that there could be somebody riding right on the edge of that orbital strike, just trying to elude it. Very strong stuff here from the side of EG, but now let's go ahead and hear from Booster. We were able to catch up with him ahead of this about facing off against DRX once again.
It feels very good, you know, after talking so much smack. As soon as we found out the bracket, I've been saying my career's over if we lose this. As a joke, of course, but, you know, to the fans, it might be over. So I think just talking smack is just really good for esports, great storylines, just like this match for CDG, and it's exciting. You know, I've been living here for 8 months, so, you know, just having the fan support here, hearing our name here in USA is pretty sick, to be honest. It's an amazing feeling.
Demon 1 first on in, to try and clear through. Looks for the next target. Oh, it's gorgeous! Demon 1! This guy is something else! Can you answer it again? Being commanded! Oh, my word!
I think we're just a good matchup against DRX. In my post-game interview, I said that we're going to destroy them, and I'm very confident, which we are, very confident against them. I think one of the strengths of DRX is their fundamentals. Even on EG, like when we're in practice, if it's like a 2v2 situation, then we just start saying DRX fundies, which just means DRX fundamentals. Where you're jiggling, you're making sure not to die no matter what. And so their fundamentals are super strong, but I think they're a little weaker against like really chaotic teams. So getting to that final stage is like a really big deal. It feels really good, to be honest. We got the taste of that in Tokyo. So yeah, we definitely want to make it to the Kia. So just one more series and that's sick that we can make it there.
One more series. Indeed, that is all that it comes down to get yourself into that top 3 position. To potentially make it into the grand final, and EG are very close, just 5 rounds away from taking that first step to closing this one out.
It's just a disgusting first half for them. I mean, Demon 1 absolutely online throughout the entirety of that half. 19-3 on the score line for that. Just filthy good, as you would expect with him. He has really come online this tournament. We are truly seeing peak Demon 1 form so far. And Calm, his signature pick on his signature agent on his signature map. What else would you expect? He's unbelievable. So many impactful ults from him, from everybody on Evil Geniuses. And they certainly have shown you why most people completely and utterly avoid this map. And DRX may have fallen into the trap, may have overthought things a little bit for this map choice. A map that historically is good for DRX, but EG is a whole different animal.
Feels like we haven't seen, you know, this kind of setup from the side of DRX, that neonless. You know, except for when Foxy9 was playing. That was when he was coming out here playing on that Raze. And it was a very different look. You know, part of the reason why they pivoted back, having Zest come through and run that neon, but yet again, opting to try to go for this. Quick rush forward, tap onto the spike, or onto the orb, I should say. Spike's not planted yet.
But nobody's moving off of DRX. They've kind of got a decent read here, kind of expecting the rotate off of the turret contact there. And the pings are coming out here. Probably going to smoke off spawn and then try to get through for the hit. Boostio.
Getting the sense of this.
Yeah. Boostio
everybody in position.
See how much contact DRX wants to give into this.
That's the volley of util going forward. Stack slowed him up just a little bit. Juggernauts going to be tagged down and actually taken out. Buzz finding one, finding three. The blink of an eye, Boostio caught, and what in the hell happened? A Prime Gaming flawless and blink, and suddenly EG has just absolutely vanished. DRX pulling off one hell of a magic trick. We'll have to wait for the replay here. We take a look back at this.
Buzz is even flashed off the rip and just ready to rock and roll right off of it, and they're trying to come through Jop, and they are just smothered. I think DRX just reads that pistol round very nicely. Again, all it took was that turret contact on the B side. They kind of expected the pivot, expected the drop from Dish, and came right away, guns blazing, and able to find themselves a much-needed pistol win.
3 Bulldogs and a Phantom as Zest just quick scopes in, takes out Demon 1. Still though, creeping forward, Calm tagged low, Zest managing to double up. Finds Ethan as well, Juggernauts answering with one of his own. But now Feld, and it's just Calm and Boostio remaining to see what they can get done. You see the rotate around the top side here, Boostio looking to join in, start advancing forward in towards Arcade, but there's still this KJ setup. That alarm bot will alert.
Absolutely. I'm just going to sneak through with the orb as well. Going to get a little something out of nothing. Stacks going to be keeping tabs on that Arcade position, but they're going to go back over towards the rope, and Buzz is awaiting over on that. Yeah.
Did that orb, did he grab it in time before Calm would have gotten into audio range? That's the question right now. Does he know that there's still going to be someone lingering forward? But Buzz actually pulls off the angle. Shifting away. Noise made. Gets tucked. Still wary that there could be somebody on that north side approach. There's the dart revealing nothing. Smoke comes down to try to make it a bit of an easier job for him, and Buzz will be able to go ahead and work them down. 2 kills for him. Zest the only one taken out, but weapon's not lost. DRX 2 rounds away from tying this one up as we get ready to go into their bonus.
Yeah, a solid hold here from DRX, and now let's see how much damage they can do. It is going to be even stacks upgrading to that Vandal. So DRX only dropping 1 player and going to upgrade that player with a gun. The Bulldog's so good for Zest over the years, man. Watched him time and time again just be absolutely nuts with that gun. But here, the full forces for EG. Only 1 half armor in the mix. Everybody else full up. They're going to work this Dish area a little bit. A lot of pressure here going to be on Mako. Although Stacks is rotating over now. Let's see what we got here. A lot of utility for Ethan to work with to set up this entry for Juggernauts. Spike is already here, so this is definitely going to be an A crunch, it looks like. And Buzz now going to be under a lot of pressure, too.
They would love to be able to get up towards door, push that simultaneously as this swinging from Juggernauts, and then maybe be able to find Mako. Now, though, we'll be okay. The drone just going to be cleared out. EG backing away at least here for the moment. Do they draw any rotations is the question. See the push up, Mako and Buzz looking to investigate over towards that main side. Not really seeing much of anything, though. And that's going to bring Zest swinging right back over into B. They're about to be under so much pressure.
RB and Zest gonna have to go huge here. This dart and that clear of the turret. See if that's gonna alert them, or if EG, they still have enough time for 1 more pump to the other side of the map.
30 seconds left.
And are they gonna go for it? It looks like it.
Pivot back. Have to get through these front lines, though. Buzz taking a little bit of damage. It's going to be blast packing back over onto the site, and they feel like that's enough. Hey, pivot back to B once again. Just swinging back and forth like a pendulum right now here on the map. But can they get there in time? Bite comes down. Spike, however, it's coming through the Arcade side. They can get through, and Juggernauts somehow gets that headshot onto Zest. just bouncing forward. The spike comes in with barely any time remaining. Paint shells across stacks. Work down to 77, the armor now gone. Molly, a flash, a nade from Buzz. The tools to try to retake this one as EG get themselves fanned out. One in tower, one down to the grass, two back over in main. Flash not going to be catching on to him. Swing can come back in. Stacks now all on his lonesome, and he will be taken out. Demon 1 does manage to find it. They stretch the lead back up to 3 once again. Retained 3 of those weapons on the side of EG.
What a play from Jogamo here. I mean, DRX completely throwing everything at that choke point towards the B site.
Oh
and
my
he
God!
Just is nasty.
His feet weren't touching the ground when he fired that shot, I'm pretty sure.
That's unreal. That is unreal.
Sometimes bullet spread doesn't matter if the barrel's just pushed up against their forehead, I suppose.
Yeah, man, he's got that Jogamo, dude. He is just absolutely unbelievable.
What an unreal entry. I mean, if he doesn't find that kill, the round is over.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no way they're going to be able to get that planted in time.
100%. I mean, this is why, you know, we talk about this guy's raise so much. It's stuff like that that is just extraordinary.
Just shooting that right on the nose of the turret there, finds the kill. Zets playing the same spot this time, does manage to stand his ground, takes out Jogamo, not allowing him to close the gap. Fault line through. Booster just staying quiet over on this arcade side. Ping's coming down. Spike's still in this position, so he's gonna ride up on the rope. Shows a shoulder, RB is forcing him back out.
RB just holding that angle tight. No more utility to speak of online currently for him. Turret on cooldown. Instead, they're going to try to push that to make sure that Boostio has cleared. Calm here, going to use that drone, but that's all just a bait to keep a couple members of DRX planted on that A site. Okay, Boostio.
Seems like RB just not really registering that there's a killjoy in front of him. Maybe he thought he was looking into a mirror. Either way, he gets taken out, and Ethan also winning the mirror matchup. Eliminates Stacks. Spike still not brought forward, but now the rotation coming in once again, swinging their way over towards the A site where it's just Buzz. Moved up, grabbing the orb. He's got a showstopper online. Here's him. Boombot let loose. How much can he do as he waits for his comrades to try to join in? Paint shells to try and delay. Showstopper as well. Drawn out Spike right up into the front. Sends out the rocket. Finds one. Flies back on the side. Puts out to Ethan. And that's going to be it. They cannot plant this in time. Mako. And now it's all on Zets just staying alive, and he is nowhere to be seen. Oh, Buzz doing just enough to be able to get them this round win. Still bloody, just one player on either side. But EG cannot move up the double digits.
I mean, EG just has done a really good job working the map in these last couple of rounds, but Buzz outplays them, gets that orb just in time to get to the showstopper when he knows if they come to him, they have no other choice. They have to hard press. There is not enough time to do anything else. And he can just delay with that raise utility and does a phenomenal job with it. Buzz absolutely coming up huge once again for DRX. So far, top fragging. And he has been really impactful on this race.
Again, separated by 2. Hunter's Fury online, though, for Calm, and we know how deadly that can be. Dart just pings one, Zest. In the meantime, spotting Boostio. Drops his way down. Site occupied by 3 at the moment here for the side of DRX to look to hold the line. Stacks doesn't have a fault line, though.
Clearing the nano there. Ooh, Garby's got to get out.
Drops down. Gets himself tucked away, a bite to go ahead and further buy time for themselves. Just hoping for any kind of stray connection here with this spray through the smoke. So far, nothing being found. Another sky smoke going to be drawn down as well. Turn on the flash. Juggernaut looking to entry, gets himself into the underside of the site, gets fallen, but Demon 1 just pushes forward, finds RB. Suddenly the man advantage is going to be there, and that can be weapons recovered as well. Demon 1 finds another, takes out Mako, nearly gets Stacks, he's down to 5. As Buzz looks to answer back. Paint shells going a little bit too deep, find 25 damage or so. They interrupts the plant for the time being.
30 seconds left.
Boombot now chasing forward. They know that it's just a 1-1 split, and this Rolling Thunder could be monstrous. Pushes them all back. Buzz, no way! Kami just draws out the knife and he shuts him down. 5 health to get Evil Geniuses up to 10.
Unbelievable!
What a reaction! What a play!
That is unthinkable that Calm can get to the knife in that moment. and get the kill. I mean, this guy has done it all. Utility kills, gun kills, flanks, and now a knife. Unbelievable stuff on this round, and EG displaying tremendous patience here, waiting out the utility of DRX. You could see some of the game plan for DRX in this map is to just really gum up the chokes out of the attacker side, whether it be on A or B. And just somehow, some way, EG with the Jogamo jump in, and now the calm knife. Just special stuff here you're seeing from EG in this map.
I mean, they're just pulling miracles out of the nether regions here. Unbelievable. But I mean, you have to just really give that up to Calm's reaction time. Just absolutely gorgeous. RB trying to go for a bit of a tempo push here, but just gets cut down. Minimal damage dealt. Get the blast pack in onto the side plant coming through as well. EG now established here on B.
A really tough retake coming, especially given the situation of the lack of guns here. Just sheriffs and a ghost for the side of DRX, and even ult in EG's hands if things go real sideways for them.
Fault line not going to be finding much there. Stax looks to lead the charge. Demon 1 backing off. Buzz still trying to approach from behind, but he is just completely locked in position by the alarm bots that he has to clear. Now out into the open, puts a bit of damage down on Apustio, but takes far more in return. Swing out, Demon 1 gets the gorgeous one-tap onto Stax, and that is the cleanup. Another prime gaming flaws here is EG taking yet another step to closing out our first map.
I mean, Demon 1 is so scary right now. He is just completely dialed in. Seems like every time you give him any opportunities, he is just going to find those headshots and take you down quick. That one tap, beautiful stuff. And this is just a masterclass from EG in a couple of these rounds where they really are able to just weather and dissect any of the utility that DRX tries to throw at them. They've kind of figured it out, so now DRX has to take a break. They have to try to figure out, okay, our initial plan here of buying a lot of time at the entries, trying to catch them as they're going for their executes hasn't been working so far. I think they got to start working the map a little bit more. I think they got to start trying to get into the flanks of EG. I think they got to start seeing if they can catch players a little bit off guard. I know EG likes to take a lot of time. They like to work the map. But you got to try
time indeed.
Yeah, you got to try something different.
Just as an update, as we'll get ready to see, 26, 6, and 6. Demon 1 is online, as is that orbital strike. I mean, you see some of the ults here that DRX have to work with. Strong ones, yes, but a showstopper and an orbital strike on the opposite side, that can shut down a pit with relative ease. Buzz now, though, gonna be looking to do something we haven't seen so far. He's going for the operator, try to just catch them off guard. Change up the pace a little bit more here. But as we can see, everybody on EG is piled up and has their sights set on B.
Yeah, Toxic Screen going to be cutting off Arcade this time. And now Mako had pushed up towards Dish. Poison Cloud going to be sent over towards that B entrance. Once again, the full forces here already pushing in. I like what Buzz is doing. He's trying to take space early. Just execute here, gonna push RB out of the tower.
They fault lined him as well, trying to slow him up. There's the showstopper, but he manages to take down Juggamo with him. It's gonna be a 2-for-2, but now traded up is Calm, but also finds Stax to boot. Tap onto the spike, the commit here to the plant. Mako not wanting to send in that orbital quite just yet. Buzz trying to get himself in a position. Nobody to challenge him over here at Tree.
Mako looking on the angle. Buzz just trying to work his way in, but with this operator,
he's one away from a showstopper.
If they can't find a kill here.
Time is ticking, but they're just not giving him an angle. The only person that he'll really be able to spot is going to be Demon 1. Mako, however, swings onto the corner, managing to find one. Turret set up, clears that out, swaps over to the Vandal, but he's only got 7 bullets remaining in that one. Paint shells up over the top, the swing coming through. They're trying to stick to this one. Goes low, Mako just trying to be the defender. Swings back out, Calm will get him! A 4K to take it up to map point in a Red Bull clutch. Calm continues to deliver.
It's just an absolutely stunning map here from Calm and Demon 1 in particular. Everybody on Evil Genius is doing a lot of great stuff, but those two have really excelled. Calm, Hunter's Fury back on board. And now map point here for EG. DRX needs to pull out another miracle. They're going to keep this map alive if they're going to send it to overtime. They have everything in the kitchen sink. Stacked literally one away from the Rolling Thunder. It's a couple Guardians, though, as the money went sideways for DRX. Oh my God.
Showstopper. Does he realize where Joggamo's at? Buzz will be able to get him in the end. Tracks him down, 27 HP remaining, just staying silent, staying tucked against the wall for a brief little moment. He does manage to keep his life intact. Decent early kill found, and Ethan taken down to 1 health. Buzz and Mako both battered and bruised as well.
DRX so weak, and a couple of big ults in those weak players, especially that orbital strike. That one you'd really like to keep online for these post plants, if possible, or at least delay the plant comm. So diligent with the utility, and of course, don't forget that Hunter's oh my God!
I mean, Mako just pulled the trigger on, and he finds 2! Ethan and Com gonna be taken down. Busio forced out front by the paint shells, and now it's all down to Demon 1. In a 1v4.
Got the spike.
Spike recovered. 46 seconds to play with the push under the corner. There's the first. Buzz taken out. Rolling Thunder is online, but Stax would love to not have to use that, and he won't. Zest will get the headshot there with the Guardian. They can upgrade those to proper rifles. And that is going to be DRX grabbing a lifeline, but they still need to do that 4 more times, and even then, we're just into overtime.
It's brilliant timing here on this orbital strike. Completely catches them off guard right as they're going up this rope. Not much opportunity to go one way or another. Of course, at 1 HP, that doesn't help either, but that is a really beautifully timed ult from Mako. 4 more to go for DRX, and still able to hang on to the lockdown. And now they have the Rolling Thunder and the Viper's Pit available. Com has the ability to clear that lockdown with that Hunter's Fury, although he's quite comfortable just using it to clear a player.
Smoke comes down, drone goes out. There's the tag, there's the Hunter's Fury. Buzz up over the top, manages to get clipped. Comes back down the staircase, eludes the final shot. Swinging to the corner spots, Joggamo takes a little bit more damage. The entry getting ready to come through, but Buzz finds the headshot as he's midair. Dark Ping does go across. I believe Mako going to be revealed. Swing into the smoke, and Stax shuts down Boostio. Seems like for now, DRX should have this one in hand, but Com is still in the lobby, so anything is possible. As well as he's backed up by Demon 1.
Smoke's here dissipating, and now...
Is that just going to blind swing?
He's not doing it against someone I'd want to.
He's really not. Barely manages to get away with his life. He's really playing a very risky game here. Situated back over towards spawn. Spam to try to check. Top side of the site. Nothing found. How do you break out of this position if you're EG?
Scanning ahead.
Dart goes, cleared. Knows that there's going to be one at stairs. The rest, it's all just down to suspicions, down to game sense to try to get a read. Buzz in the meantime, finding one, swing out on a rope. And it is going to be a prime gaming flawless, this time for the side of DRX.
Good patience here from especially Zest, making sure that he doesn't take any unnecessary fights by the ropes, and just kind of working their spawn position nicely. Heads up to the tower and just finds the backstab at the end. But just good discipline here from DRX. They're not really kind of, overextending themselves. They're really able to hold these sites nicely when they can kind of find those opening picks.
They got him, and they were able to do this without having to commit any ultimate. They get the Hunter's Fury now away from Com, which means that this lockdown from RB, should they use it in this round, is pretty much going to be guaranteed to find value and not be destroyed unless they can get a push onto it. Reveal coming through, though, and Com finds the punish. The recon again, setting him up, and Mako dead on the opposite side as Boostio pushes his way up through Arcade. Stax tries to find a timing, tries to swing the corner, but Chogo shuts him down. And suddenly it's just RB and Zest left standing, a 2v5 to try to keep this one going. Otherwise, EG will kick off this series 1-0.
Just messing with those util combos. So dangerous. The way that Ethan and Com in particular stagger their utility. Those flashes and stuns into the recon. Now RB, yes, the lockdown is here. Yes, Zest has the Viper's Pit, but they've got to get to the position to even put it down.
Joggamo gonna have to slide over to the side here. Zest, does he realize this? Yes, he does. And finds that first kill. Boostio trying to hold this corner. Fault line, Zest just waiting it out and eating so much damage. Vulnerable still through. Finds the kill, but surely it can't happen, right? Yeah. The aftershock comes in. Time gonna be bought. RB eliminated, and that is just it. The util, they drown in it. EG will claim a win here on Fracture. Their map pick 13-9 to kick off this series.
Everything you've come to expect from EG on this